And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, proprietary trading, and making money doing so, trading Forex. So let's get into it today with the risk disclaimer. So we're going to be talking about actual trades. I'm in the United States, so I have to give this disclaimer. It goes like this. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I am a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold a CFTC or NFA registration. I have held NFA registration in the past, though. I was a broker a long time ago, 20 years ago. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And Henry, the Forex trading parakeet, is with me today also, so he is also helping me out. CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. So that being said, what that basically means is that be responsible for your own trades. If it's that no one's doing it to you, you are doing it to yourself, or you are not equipped to trade Forex, which is highly possible. So let's get into the what we're doing today. Let's get into first. I got it all the way down on there. I don't want it there. Let's go here. There we go. Here we are. And here's Henry. See? Ow. Oh, stop it. He's drawing blood today. No, I'm not wearing an earring today. He bit my ear yesterday. So that's what he does. He draws blood sometimes. This is the DXY. This is, I've been reluctant to say that helps me gauge what's going to happen in the markets, but the fundamentals behind the markets right now are we are looking for a rate cut on the 17th of September, and I'm looking for everyone to build that in, start building that into it. If it hasn't been built in already, Henry's about to get caged. Let me see. Yeah, let's go ahead and cage you. Give me just a second. I need to cage the bird. He's trying to eat me today. There we go. I think we got the point. So we are looking at a 90% chance of a 25% rate cut. He's back. 90% chance of a 25 basis point rate cut, and a 10% chance of a 50 basis point rate cut. So if they're digging in on the rate cut deal, that they're probably going to get some rate cut action next week. Next Wednesday, I think is what it is. September the 17th. So let's see how the markets are responding so far. We have a triangle being built here. It's not, I wouldn't call it symmetrical, but I wouldn't call it more of a bullish, pardon me, a bearish precursor. That I do expect a bit of a slide on the UX and a lot of catalysts that could come out this week in news. So we got a lot of American news coming out this week. So let's see what we think might happen with that. So this is a classic triangle right here with a nice bullish basically we're going to be looking at bearish dollar and bullish pretty much everything else. The yen, not so much. We had some big news in the yen yesterday. The Prime Minister stepped down. That's why we had this great big push yesterday that turned out to be a sell-off today for the dollar yen. Everyone was calling for it to go to, it's going to go to the moon. It's going to go to 155. Nope. It actually this morning is at 147.83. If I were to come in, I would come in around 146.77. 146.75 would be my sell-off point. Maybe it'll get a little bit lower. But I don't think it's going to sell off yet. It's not quite ready. It may be ready tomorrow morning. We'll see about that. Pound versus the dollar. So we've got here 4-hour. This is 4-hour charts by the. Oh, these are dailies. Well, let's look at the correct chart first. So let's go back up to the euro. See what it looks like. I like being in the buy zone on these on the Bollinger Bands as well. Getting into this area of big resistance, big sell-off, selling, buying. By the money, smart money concepts indicator. Trend lines are still indicating that there's a big triangle and there's going to be a big bullish push to the dollar yen. Looking for a big sell-off here in the yen versus the dollar. Has not quite reached that territory yet, the buy mark yet. It's still in the double Bollinger Bands. It's right here and right there. That big in the middle. So it sold off from the middle. I really wanted to get under that last night, but I didn't trust the trade that much. I was too busy listening to the people in the chat room last night to get into that. And I should have gotten into that. That would have been a very nice 90 pip move this morning to wake up to. But again, it's a mistrade. FOMO is not a big deal with me. I've missed so many trades over the years, it's not even funny. So the pound versus the dollar is looking like a good move too, to the top side, but I wouldn't expect it to go much higher than, well, it's a little bit too close. So about a 25 pip from the top, from this period of big resistance right here. So I would not get into that trade yet. If I were to do anything, I'd get in probably 47. I like coming in around round numbered. Go probably go 61 on that. That may be one to get into. Next, pound versus the yen. Again, a lot of people were calling for it to go to the moon. Did not. Collapsed in trading last night as people realized, hey, it's not that big of a deal for the Prime Minister to step down. We're going to vote against him anyway. He was up against a vote of no confidence anyway, so that could have removed him from office. That 200.18 barrier is still there. It did go up a little bit higher, up to I can't see what it went up to. 200.37, but still trouble breaking the 200 mark. Could go today, who knows. Let's see. Dollar versus the Canadian, right smack dab in the middle of those Bollinger Bands, not touching it. The trade would have been to get into it here or even a little bit lower last week, but I did not trust the trade and therefore did not place a trade and therefore did not make any money. So I leave a lot of money on the table sometimes because I have a day job and because I can't be in front of the computer all the time. I will be in the office trading tomorrow morning unless I have to work at my day job. So we'll see how that goes. Dollar versus the here's Henry. What do you think, Henry? Dollar versus the or the Aussie versus the Aussie. Okay, Aussie versus the dollar. Looks like it's testing some things right here today. Let's back off to the daily and see what that chart looks like. This may be a good point of trade today. Looking like it could break the daily resistance trend line. Then again, you may want to get underneath it for now. But the again, if the dollar collapses like it is eventually going to, that's right in the middle of that buy zone. That might be a good trade too. So the Aussie is looking good. Our daily trend line is right there. Where's our 4-hour trend line on this? 4-hour trend line is, ooh, go up like that. I don't have a 4-hour resistance trend line on this chart. Maybe I should put one. Let's see, 4-hour trend line would go something like this. Array right here. There we go. Bam. Bam. We call that our 4-hour trend line. Resistance. I know it's a trend line. There's some people dogging trend lines in the chat rooms earlier today. I don't dog trend lines. They are effective. That's what Michael Boutros and James Stanley use at Forex.com. By the way, my live accounts are with Forex.com. So if you hear me mention Forex.com a lot, then it's just because I trust them. I've been working with them for years. Let's see. Gold. I snuck in a gold trade last night in my right here, and they are doing quite nicely so far. Got $5 on it so far, returning $74. I'll take that any day. Even though I can't get the chart to come up, my charts or the other stuff to come up. I don't know why. AUDUSD.com. I'm still live on that. Let's make sure I am still, or Audacity Capital, not .com. Sometimes I have to use my beard. Please log in again. Okay. Okay, that is still active, so yay. Down 135 or 375, and we've got one trade in there, so you're doing fairly well. Consistency scores are 50. That needs to probably come up a little bit. Gold, I got into it last night and thought, why would I not get into gold? I may want to take profits here. It's starting to look like a pin candle right there on the 4 hour, which I'm not a fan of. Then again, there's a doji right there that blew through. So I can't really say that it's time to get out of gold, because gold is going to be, I mean, gold is the winner of everything right now, so to speak. Got up to about, I can't see what that is. Got up to about 23, 24, 36, 22. Might turn a bearish candle there. My stop loss is at, where's my stop loss on this? Oh, whoops, go to the right chart. Stop loss is at 35.77. We'll probably pull that up a little tighter. Make sure I do some profits through 6. Yeah, we'll leave it for now. We'll go to 35.90 on the stop loss on both those trades. I don't see it coming down that much more, but it may have a little bit of a retrace on it. 35.86, we'll go to 90 on that one too. 90 there and modify. So there we go. We have our stop losses set about 21 pips. I mean $21. That is a lot of pips. I haven't figured out the pip thing with the gold yet. I probably might do that tomorrow when I'm in the office all day. So that's what we've got going on today. Again, I want to take a look at this one more time in TradingView and see if we can. There we go. Let's pull up the demo account. And here, also gives me a great idea of what is going on. That is right smack dab in the middle. The charts look a little different between TradingView, DXTrade, and MetaTrader 4. And I haven't quite figured out what's going on with that, but I also have some different indicators in here. Big selling indicator right there. The moving average just crossing over, but it's right in the middle of these two pivot points. So I'm not going to get into that yet. May miss a trade a little bit later on. Let's see what news we've got coming up today. See if we've got any catalysts going on. Today, restart. And not much information today coming out. Top White House economic advisor says Fed should be totally fully independent of political. Yes, I agree. The end. Ouch, Henry, knock it off. Tomorrow, let's see what we've got going on tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the small business index, which is raging. So that may be the fun catalyst to watch. Ouch. And then we have core PPI coming out on Wednesday. So that may be a good time to get a trade in or two. And then core CPI. And then we have the Euro refinancing rate. They're looking to hold at 2.15, 2.15%. And then we have the monetary statement coming out shortly thereafter on Thursday, September the 11th. Yikes. And then Friday we have here. So September the 11th will be a somber day in the United States as we remember 9/11. And then Friday, typically don't trade on Fridays, but British GDP comes out and it's expected to drop to flatline. So that's what we got going on today. Not a whole lot to throw rocks at. I'm really tempted to get into a Euro trade about 117.18 and look for a drop on that. Just because it's not really raging, got a lot of resistance right here, and it's got this buy zone right here. So I may get into that. Let's see what DXY is doing real quick. DXY is dropping, but I do like that chart. I do like that chart right there. It's right in the smart money concept sell zone. I could get into a sell around 117. Yikes. That's just not enough of a range to trip my trigger. 50 pip range right now in the trading between these two areas. I'm not going to go for it because I just don't have a lot of belief in that. I would like to, if I were in the office, I might give it a whirl. Put a buy stop around 117.20, somewhere around in there, close to it. And this one, expecting 135. Let's get out to the daily chart on the pound, see what it looks like. And again, support trend line, daily resistance trend line. 4 hour is up, so it's got some room to move to the top side. A lot of room to move to the top side, actually. So 130.59, 39 is probably where I would come in for a bite on that, and then might give me 40 pips. Might be worth a trade. And then set take profit around 136. What time is it? 7:10. Later, I like this one. Let's calculate dollar, beginning balance, 25,000, risk percentage, 1%, since we already have another trade in. Stop loss. Again, I'm only looking for a 20 pip stop loss at a, well, no. 2-to-1 ratio is going to be about a 30 pip stop loss. Pound versus the dollar, calculate. So we're looking at a 0.8. So we're only looking at a 60% take profit. I got a chart up for the pound. Yeah. Pound JPY, pound CAD. Okay, so let's here go to, since I'm probably not going to be trading that one. Stop 0.83. $30 pip stop loss on that, so stop loss at 135. 6. Take profit. 136. And then do the same thing over here. Fairly close. 15,000. 45. Protection orders. Stop loss 35.06. And again, it's a buy stop. It may not trigger. It'd be a lot cooler if it did, but it's this is one that I think might go. The rate decision being so close on the other, not sure how that's going to work. Gold is starting to come down, which is very interesting. But so I'm looking at that right there. And I would like to see gold soar. Positions. Yeah, we shall see about that. So let's go ahead and pull it into this one, and then I'll set it up on my other accounts. JP pound versus the dollar right here. New order. Pending order. 5 is 15 times 3 is 1.5. 1.5. And we'll go by stop. 1.3536. Stop loss 1.3606. Take profit of 1.36. Oh, this is 3.5. 3.5. Okay, and go. That'll go. Okay, so we'll see what happens with that. I'd like to see that go through the roof. Be phenomenal. And that's so that's our trade setup for today. Is the British is the dollar versus the pound versus the dollar. We're looking for a 60 pip move on that. Looking for some smaller profits since that's where the ball bounces lately. So that's going to be it for today. I've got to go to work. I'm going to go to my day job. So you guys have a great one, and I will talk with you later. If you like this video, then by all means like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more, and I will talk with you later. Have a great one.